Yo, what is up, everyone? If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're watching and back, well, welcome back. My name is Riven. Today I'm making a vlog about weight loss journey and, well, being healthier, because in the last year I've put on about 30-ish pounds. Not good. See that right here? Look at that. No bueno. So I want to change this. I need to change it. I need to change it fast. So I figured I would share progress with you, keep myself accountable, and hopefully inspire others out there to do the same. Work out, eat healthy. So this vlog is going to cover every morning my routine to start working out, a little bit of the workout, and then food prep, what food I'll be eating, and things like that. So you probably see a few different vlogs throughout the day as I prep for the food. We'll talk about it, what I'm making, how I'm making it, how I'm cooking it. I will say I don't cook anything unless it's in the crock pot, because the crock pot is a huge time saver. I don't have to sit there and monitor it. I don't have to do anything with it. I throw all my ingredients in there, boom, done. But also, so I'm doing a light keto. So it's very, I like the keto diet because it's very structured. I like everything I can eat on it. It helps me cut out a lot of sugar, and it still lets me eat like carbs that are like veggies. So but I will have breads here and there, very little, because I'm not a believer in just cut that out, because I believe you're setting yourself up for failure. Because the moment you start putting that stuff back in, believe me, I've done all the fad diets. The moment you start putting all the stuff in, your body just again. So it's I don't agree with cutting it out. I believe in being more moderate with it, and just being smart with your decisions and eating. So we'll be covering all that as well. Today is really more of an introduction. I wanted to show you where I work out, what I used to work out, what regimen I'll be doing, and just introduce the series. So this is where I work out. In my little humble abode, that is my workout little mat. I got that at Marshall's on Target for like maybe 20 bucks. Right over in here is where my videos will be taking place, where I will be working out. We'll be doing Tap Out XT 1 and 2. I like the variation of the two because it's different workouts. I've done all the Tap Out XT workouts and they're exhausting. And not only just physically they're exhausting, and many people can attest to this, working out is not just physical, it really is mental too. It's really when you're at your last limit, and you're like, I can't do this, and you realize that you can. And you get that last push-up, you get that last step, you get that last bench press, and it's an absolute triumphant feeling. And when you're done, you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel better about yourself. Progress is slow. Progress takes time. Things don't happen overnight, so it's a waiting game. It's patience, just like content creation. If you're expecting to get into a diet and start to drop 10 pounds in the first week, you're setting yourself up for failure. I don't care what any fad diet says, any plans like that. Losing weight is hard work. It took a year to put on all that weight. Why is it going to take, how come you think it's going to take 10 days for you to lose at least 10 pounds of all that weight you put on? It took long to put on. It's going to take just as long to get off. So I'm expecting a year-full journey to get to where I actually was. I'm hoping in 90 days I'm going to look really good, much better than I do today. I'll put some screenshots in the video of what I look like today, what it looked like before, and I'll show you what it looked like today, and then we'll keep track of what it look like tomorrow. So I'm hoping this vlog inspires others, which is the biggest thing too, and keep me accountable. I've been lazy. Oh, I've been so lazy. It's all about abs right here, but and that is a sample of my workout regimen. It's brutal. I'll check you guys out when I'm doing food prep. See you in a bit. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back. Workout's done. 65 brutal minutes of Cross Combat 2 from Tap Out XT2. I'm doing the hybrid. I think I mentioned that before. I'm doing the hybrid. It's a mixture of Tap Out XT2 and Tap Out XT1. I like doing that one because it really hits different parts of your body differently. So even though you might be working abs in the same type of workout, you're hitting them in a different way. So it helps really burn fat differently and build muscle differently. So it's really, really good. I like doing those two workouts. I did Tap Out XT originally, but they recently released Tap Out XT2, and I like doing the hybrid. It just, I don't know, works for me. So anyway, after the workout, I want to show you the routine I do for after I work out. So here I have my blender and my protein, my Scooby-Doo, and my almond milk set up. I like this one called plant-based. It's Vega. It's protein and greens. This is really good protein. It's got 20 grams of protein. It's got 1 gram of sugar, 5 grams of carbs, 270 milligrams of sodium, 110 grams of calories, all in one scoop. So it's really not that bad if you want to double up a little bit. You want to make a thicker breakfast or whatever you might be using this meal for. Put spinach in it, maybe half a banana, frozen banana. If you're doing anything like with keto or anything like that, easy on the fruits because they have high in sugar. And yes, they're better for you than like processed fruits, still sugar. So if you're not going to do anything later, make sure you're careful with the sugar. I like almond milk. I don't know. I just like the taste of it. I don't like using regular milk in my protein shakes. I will if I have to, but I just like using almond milk for whatever reason. So that's gonna be like my breakfast. I'm a little late, so I'm on my brunch, and that'll hold me over until when it's about dinner time. Later in the day, which we're gonna be making a egg salad with bacon and avocado. And as you can see, I have my crock pot set up. Like I mentioned before, I use my crock pot for everything. I love my crock pot. I have a Gotham grill, which I cook all my meats on, my fishes on, things like that. But this bad boy right here, this is what I cook everything in. Anything and everything. As you can see, freaking eggs. So you put 2 cups of water on the bottom. We're gonna set this on high for 90 minutes to 2 hours. We'll see how 95 minutes do for like an hour and a half or so. See how the egg's at. The water will heat up. We'll heat up the glass. Make sure this is oven safe. I will heat up the glass, and then I'll boil the eggs like if it were in a regular pot. Make sure you do not crack the yolk. If you crack or break the yolk, this won't work. You get like scrambled eggs instead. So the yolks have to be whole. And then we'll be using bacon and avocado to make the rest of the recipe, which is then season it how you like, really. Really just making an egg salad and mixing all this stuff into it. Nothing crazy. But that's really like my regiment. Usually I'll have the crock pot going already, but I had to wash it, so I was a little behind schedule this morning. I woke up a little later than I wanted to. So I'm a little behind schedule with this. But this will cook while I'm drinking my thing, and it should be done with an hour and a half. And then after that, that'll be it. So that's pretty much what I do after I work out. Well, not to mention that I do shower. I can walk around stinky all day. But I will shower, and then I'll run out and go get my cat food. I just actually gave it a rest of her food. She needs more. And then that's it. That'll be the day. And then the rest of the day I'll be playing Dragon Ball Z. But I want to make sure I work out. I want streaming, content creation, video gaming, anything like that to be a reward for me working out and making sure my health comes first. I like working out because I really feel it's not just physical. I think I mentioned this before, it's not just physical, it's also really mentally. And really, if you're stressed or you're just having a bad day, you're having anxiety, working out is really a good way to push that out because it just builds up those endorphins and pushes and just get you out of that funk. Working out is a really big thing. When I had anxiety years ago, I would just work out and I would feel better about, just the anxiety would leave. I ran, I was sweating, endorphins built up. I felt good. The anxiety, I had no longer anxiety. And since doing that for about a year, I don't really get anxiety anymore. So I'm not saying that's a medical way, but it worked for me, and I want to get back into shape because I just don't feel good about myself. So I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you watching the video and hanging out this long. Other than that, I'll check you guys out next time. Peace out, everyone. All right, guys, we're back. So did the workout, made our little smoothie before, and well, now we're waiting for our eggs to cook so we can make our avocado bacon. I wanted to show you guys what the eggs look like at the end. They got 14 minutes left, but they're pretty much done. But I just want to show you guys what they look like after you cook them in the crock pot with the bowl and the water. They come out really cool. It's pretty interesting. So here's the results. There you go, hard-boiled eggs, guys, right in your crock pot with a little bit of water, butter, so you can get the
Oh, I don't think I mentioned that before. Make sure you put tons of butter around the glass for the bowl that you're using, so it will help the eggs come out when you're trying to get them out with like the spatula, a rubber spatula, best to work. So I'm gonna take those, I'm gonna mash them up, and I'm gonna make myself an egg salad with bacon and avocado, and less mess to do with eggs and things like that. So it'll take me like seconds to clean. I love the crock pot. Crock pot makes life so much easier. I want to share it with you. And this is gonna be the end of the video, so I'll post it up there shortly. Peace out.